So yeah, so it's called andro.co. So you can download them as depending on if you want a pink website, you can. If you want a blue website, mustard, it will come in quite handy. So yeah, so you'll just click on the image. There are quite a lot. You can browse and check them out. You can browse and check them out. You can use them as small icons. You see the icons that like font awesome, you can use them as such, and you can also use them as images to make um, your website look better. So yeah, so I'm just browsing so that you can say. I also hope you're checking it from your end. And the good thing, it adjusts with color, so in case you use it on one page, you can also continue using it on another page. Okay, so yeah, so you can check them out. There are quite a lot of images. So for me, you can pick any. So I'll just download it as a PNG. So you can download any image. I want one that we can use for the logo at the corner. So that's what looking for. So you can just say employee. So you can say employee logo. So you can copy this. So depending on what you want, so you can pick any image. I've not limited you to just download the image, not have the image there. You can download it from any other place, but that one is used for different illustrations. So we are going to create a folder for images. We know how we go about this, and then you can now, inside your images, you can copy the image and place it there. So you can copy it and place it there in your HT docs. If it's copying, well and good. So in your images, you place. So you have that. So we have the image there. Then just on top of, no, we can put it just on top of the dashboard. So you can just come in and say, not here, here. You can come and say img. So source will be images slash, we have that. Then the alternative can be loading, and yeah, so there you have it. So you can reduce the size of the image. So you can say the height, we can say maybe 300, and the width also we give it 300. Let's see if that works for us, so that it's not occupying the whole space. No, it's really, let me see, because we downloaded it as an image. I think we can download it as an SVG. The width, you can see 300. Let me see. Yeah, something like that. So you can give the width only, the height is interfering with the image. So we can give the width. So you have the width as 300. So you can have that. So you see how it sits nicely with your items. So you can have any sort of image. You are not strictly limited to this. And then with that, we can give our this side a background color so that it looks a bit different. So we can create a class. So in our CSS, you remember we had our styles.css. So we can just say can say side color. Then we can say, we can give it a background color. So we'll say background color. I want a gray, so we can do F1. This is a good gray. And then, yeah, so back to our home, we'll just give this side color. So you come to your home.php. So Side color, we've added it in our styles.css. Then when we come to our home page, you can now just add you can add it here in your nav. So you'll just say side color, I guess. That's how we've called it, hopefully. Let's check. Side color. Yeah. So you can now, so I've just added that class of gray. Then you can now see, we can save. Then we go to our home. So it's this. So let's see is the color even changing? Let me see. Let me put a different color. Maybe the color is not quite visible. Let me see if it's changing or it's my color. The color is not. Right, 100%. Let me see. It's not picking this class. Oh, we didn't link styles here. We did. In our home, we linked styles. So this should be working. It's not working. Why is it not working? Let's see. Let's do column 3 and see if we have any change here in terms of the width. Yeah, so that's working. How do we give the background color? Let's see.
Hello, Meg.
Yes,
Mine is working.
yours is working.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Oh, so I think it's just
maybe the spelling.
let me check. Side color, I'll pick it exactly as it is. So I give it some space. Oops. Let's say side. Yeah, should be that. Let's see if it works. What could be the issue on my end? Yeah, because my link is working, is okay. Anyway, uh, that's fine. I'll check. I hope for you guys it's working. I'll check it out later, maybe what the issue could be. Let me see. It's not even that. Anyway, we'll check it later on, maybe what the issue could be. I hope for you it's working. It's working okay. So once you have, so we can just give this item some padding. So the padding will at least help us space this and this item so that they don't come so close to each other. So you can add a padding to any of them. So let's see. Let's see if we put this in a div, the image, that's when we can pad it. I don't want us to pad the image itself. So you can put the image in a div. So you can put your image in a div. So once you put it in a div, you can call a padding for the same. So you just say class. In case you want to give your own padding, you can proceed, but you can use the bootstrap one. So you give it some p2, then you'll see it will be a bit padded, different from the rest. Then you can decide to your list items, you can give them some padding, maybe p1. Let's see if this will space them out a bit. We can do these two and check if we think that spacing is good. Yeah, I think that spacing is good. It's not that big and not that small. You can add, you can do a P2 as well and check. So we just added a padding so that they don't come so close to each other. So you have that. You can increase the padding if that is what you wish to do. So now that we now have our site nav, we can now do the next item, which is just we can do a simple card. We'll use some cards here, and here to at least take us to the other pages. And then we'll have a welcoming remark to show us who is logging into the system. So we'll begin by a welcoming remark. You can choose what to use. So you can decide, let me use tables. You can decide, let me use a card, let me use any item. So we can say, we can pick, so I think a card would be better, something like this, just with a card header, and it will tell you welcome to this page. So something like this. So you can pick the card, this one. Then after you close the navigation bar, you can place it. So you just place the cards. I'll share that link on the chat section. So first of all, you can do a div, and then in this div you can call class. You can say call sm maybe 9 or 8, depending on what you are given. So if you had reduced this to 3, so that it can also it can occupy the rest, then you can now place your card there. So let me share the link of the card item. So you can share that. So then you can save your work, and then let's see the result. So you can see where it has appeared on the side, because we had called this in a row and we had given that there. So this will just assist us to, welcome you to the website. So depending on who you are. So that's it. So now we can come back to our code and say, karibu. Then you can say a simple employee system with PHP. So let's see. No, we can say the header, let it have a simple employee system. So that is the header, let it have that. So a simple employee system with PHP. And then here, then you can say welcome. So you say karibu. So we have that. And then here you can say, so here we want to call the user who has logged in. So how does it know that you have logged in? It uses what we call session. So you can say maybe hi. and then we can put span. You can say we'll do PHP. So here it will assist us to so you'll say echo. So we use PHP to know who is logging in. So you'll say HTML special characters. So HTML special chars. And then what do we pass? We pass the session. Then we had a session username. When you log in, we create a session username, okay? So you remember here, when we logged in, we created a session username. So this is what we are doing here. So just say, you echo the session username. So it will tell you hi. If it's Linda, you've logged in, hello Linda. So that is how it works it out. And you ensure that you end this with a semicolon. And then you can say, welcome to so you can say hello, so welcome. So you can say welcome to this to the system, something like that. So you can have that. You're going to define the session. We are going to define the session. So we are going to define it. It will work at the top. So to initialize it, so this is the PHP we're going to do. So I'll give us a minute to do this, and then we go and work on the PHP to be able to echo. So a minute, we place that there. Okay, so I hope you have done that. So the PHP that you're going to write is very simple. You're going to start the session. So you do your PHP, ensure you close it, because if you don't close it, the HTML won't work. So then you're going to say to start a session. So you just say session start. So it will start the session. And then whatever we had placed here, our login. So this is if our login is correct. If your login is not correct, then it will give you a lot of problems. So it will check if the user is logged in. So if the user is logged in, um, then it will allow you to access that page. If the user is not logged in, then it will take you back to login. So our home. So what do we do? So with that, I think so with that only, actually, with now starting your session start, it will be able to pick, you know, hijd@hotmail.com, because that is your username. So if you wanted to pick the full name of that person and display it here, I'm sure you can know how so to pick it. But for now, we can just use the email that was there. So if you just do your session start, then it should work. So the rest, the one for checking if it's logged in, is quite similar to the other one. So we will now say, so if you just say session start, then it will pick the session that was created and it will be able to echo that. So in case you want to ensure that a person is logged in to access your system, then this is what you're going to write. So you will say if is set, then you'll say session is logged in. You remember that we had created yesterday. So if the session is logged in, okay, and then we'll say or, so either of them, or the session or the session logged in is not equals to true, so you check if your session is logged in. If not set, that is, sorry. So if not set, so if not set means if the session is not set as logged in, or the session logged in is not true. Okay, you can also just say if session logged in is not true, but we use the is set to assist us to check if it has been set. Then it will redirect you back to, so this is for if you write this code and the login is not working, it will give you errors. So ensure everything is working first. So you'll say header, then you will do location, you can take them back to login dot php. Okay, then you exit. So it checks if the user is logged in. So if the user is not logged in, then they can't access that page. So this is how you simply set it. So when you do your session start, it will pick the sessions that were created, and it will be able to tell you that welcome to the system. So I'll give us a minute. So we may not need that button there. So you can remove it for now. So you have something like that. Then you can do another P, a simple one. You can say enjoy working through it. So I've just added some text. So you have that. We can give this a comma here instead. So you can say enjoy working through it. And we can remove this P. So you have that, yeah, something like that. So I'll take us back. So in case you've not written that, I'll give us a minute to finish up.
Meg,
Yes?
my thing is not reflecting the username.
Oh, it's still giving you the error. Did you begin with session start?
Yeah, there's no error. It's just the username is just not reflecting.
Okay, let me see.
It just says hi, comma. The username is not reflecting.
Okay, let's see the code. Go up where you're doing your session start. Ebu go to index PHP. Where you are logging in, where we logged in. Yeah, should be fine. Session username equals to DB username. Yeah, you call it DB username and line 32 is DB email. So call it DB username, DB email. You see on line 41? So you can change that back to DB email. Then it will give you the email. So just save and it will now reflect. Have you saved?
Yeah.
Go back to the code. Um, Go to index where we were logging in. So we said session. Mm, just a minute. So save here, save your index. Then go to home. Okay. Save also here. Yeah, then you can now try and refresh. It should. Go back to your code. Let's see how you've written the HTML. Just go down. Yeah. PHP echo. Echo HTML special cars. Should be working. But let me see.
Excuse me, Meg.
Yes.
Of line 67 and 68 there.
Pardon, line?
67 and 68 at the end there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's the full stop, then a BR.
Yeah, that's okay. That is the HTML part.
It should have a full stop.
It will not make any difference. Yeah, because it's just HTML.
Okay.
Yes. Why is it not? Should be working perfectly. Let me see. Let me see if it will echo that. Okay, so that is working. Session. Let's see. see with single quotes if it will. What could be the issue? Because if it was not picking the username, it should have brought an error, but it is. Let me see if it's picking ID. If it's not, then I think we'll take time and check it. Yeah, it's picking your ID, you can see. So I think it's something to do with, Ebu, take me to the database. The PHP my admin. Then you go to users. So that's fine. The way you're picking it, it's fine. Let's see. Let's try and pick DB full name equals to, we're going to say row, and then we pick full name. I think that's how it's written. Let me see if it picks this one correctly. So then we can say, let's try session. So this is also another, if you want to pick the full name, this is how you can do it. So you can say full name should be equals to DB full name. Then you go to your home. Let's try full name and see if full name will pick. So let's try it out. So it's, can you go to the system, Stephanie? Can't see there. Refresh. We used I see here we said we used double quotes instead of single. So go back. Let's see. So DB full name, and then here so we say full name, we save. Let's see if it will work. Still not working. So why is it picking your ID only? Quite interesting. Steph will look into it a bit deeply. So let's finish up the design first, then we can look at it slowly, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know why
Meg,
it's not. Yes.
mine is showing me an error.
What
Let me
error?
share my screen. Let me share my screen.
Okay. We don't have login. See, we had index. Some of you called it login.
Oh, it's index. I
Yes.
was wondering.
Mm. So it means you had not logged in, okay? You can move from that here.
Let me try, then I'll tell you.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot it's not supposed to be logging. It should be index. We had called ours index, so it should be index. Index. Yeah, not login, index. So if you've not logged in, it should redirect you back to index. In case you log
Excuse
out.
me, ma'am.
Yes.
There's this error that I've been trying to work on it. I don't see anything wrong with my code, but it's still giving me the error.
What error?
It's on the login page.
Mm-hmm.
Let me share my screen.
Okay. Is this page working? The home, have you created it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's finish the design first. I wanted us to finish this today. It will take us like 10 or less than minutes, and then we can sort the errors, okay? So because this one does not require any PHP, let's just place, I want us to place like 2 cards here, and then we'll be okay. Is that okay? Then we can sort it out. So I'll give you time to do that. So we'll just pick, so what I want is just to place 2 cards here, and then it will assist us to link up so that tomorrow when we come, we can just proceed. So you'll just pick a card, these ones, 2 of them, simple ones. So you can pick this one. In fact, there are 2 using the grid markup. So you can pick this one. Using grid markup, and then you place it so inside the 9, that is where you're going to place it, just below the other cards, the card at the top. You're going to place those 2, okay? So when you place those 2, they will come out like this. So you will have this and that. So we are going to give them a padding so that they do not attach to the one at the top. So maybe before you place it, you can do a div, and then you can say class equals to, then you can say maybe P3, then you can place them. You can place them there. So when you refresh now, you will see they are not attached. So this one will assist us to go to maybe the employee page, and this one maybe the about us page or reset password page. So this is what you want. So here you can just edit them out. So you can say employee page. So you can have that. Then here you can say this one, you can say reset password. So you reset password, so you refresh those 2. So here you can say you can give this one view employee, then you can give it a different color. You can say BTN, maybe success. Doesn't have to be the same color. Then you can just give this reset. You're going to link them with later on. And yeah, so you have that there. So you have view employee, and you can also change this to maybe success as well. So those are the two cards I wanted us to add. Then, so you have that. So if you want the button to be large, if you want it to occupy the whole screen, that is your choice. But this is quite straightforward way. So so that's how it will look like. So you can have those two cards, edit them out. And take a minute to do that, and then we can now look at the issues that we have, the errors that we have. Okay, so I think that's it. So for the cards, they are quite straightforward to place. You just have to ensure you place them inside the call line so that they stay there. So if you want them to be bigger, all those things you can adjust and expand according to whatever you want. So this is our simple dashboard layout, and this is how it will look like. So tomorrow we'll come and do the other nitty-gritties of the system. So I think we can now look at the errors. So before we look at that, I've been told to remind you guys that in case you're having any fee balance or you've not paid your next installment, then I should not allow you in class from tomorrow. So there are people who I will not allow in class tomorrow. So please ensure that you communicate with the office, and you also talk, if you can talk to your parents if you wish to do so, so that they can communicate with the office to see how the next installment will be paid, so that you are allowed to be in class. But tomorrow there are a few people you will see I'll not allow you in class. So confirm with whoever is necessary so that you can allow yourself to attend class. Anyway, that's aside. So anyone with an error can share their screen, then we sort it out. Linda, Linda, Linda,
Yes.
would you let Nema share first? Then you can go next. She had
Okay.
requested before. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the error that is that. Let me do this.
Okay.
I don't want this. Nice. That one, it is not appearing. And there's this other error.
You need to, yeah, because here it should be logging. It should be index. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not login. We don't have a login.php. So where we wrote login.php, you just write index. So is your login working correctly? That's why I said in case you're having an issue with your login, do not place the sessions code. Yeah. Was your login working perfectly?
It had an error.
Yeah. So you don't, if you place your home, then so you have to sort your issue first, so that you have to sort your issue in the login first, so that that's your dashboard.
Yeah.
Your bootstrap is not linked. See, it's bootstrap, Hama.
Yeah.
So why are you putting this bootstrap 5 dist? And you've placed everything inside the call 3. So nav, this div is not supposed to be closed here, because you have it there. So you have the nav, and then you have the call. Said this is 9. So you have that. So you have, let's see, not that we have. Yeah, so you need to move this to the side. You need to be keen with your divs, otherwise you'll not get the correct. So you have, so the first one is our nav. So you have the nav. And then you have this one, which contains 3 cards. So first card, so let's just this needs a lot of restructuring. So you pick your text. Let me put a notepad. So you can pick your 9. So ensure that you're very keen on your Ds so that you don't miss any. So you have that there. So let's see what the first part. So that's it. So the next part is the other card. So the other card, we've said it should be div. Then you're supposed to say call class equals to your call sm9. Okay, so you ensure that part, so we pick the card part that contains this session and values. So ensure that that one is inside here. So you ensure that it's inside there. So when you save, let's see how, if it has picked. So it's picking down here. Why? So yes, because we are supposed to be in a row, and this row we close it down here. So this div, then you have your nav. So you have that. So with that, then what could be your issue now?
Okay, excuse me, Meg.
Yes.
I'll restrict
Okay.
myself. So there's this, when you go to the sign in page, the index PHP on the browser,
Mm-hmm.
is this error it was giving me on undefined SQL on line 60
On your
on index.php on the sign in.
so when you do index,
.php.
you have to log out first. So when you log out, let me see how you've written your logout page. When you location should be back to index. So should be back to index.php. So when you click logout,
Do we have to close this PHP down here? Do we have to close the PHP?
No, it's not a must. Logged out. How have you called it in your index? Let me see. Not index, in your home. In that nav, let's just look at that nav. Where you have your let's see. You see your href should be logged out .php. So you have to end it in PHP so that it knows where to link it. So when you click log out, it should log you out. Okay, so
Yeah,
when you log in,
the error on line 60.
but are you able to log in?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see that line 60.
The index.php.
So it's saying undefined variable SQL. So that's the variable. I don't know how you called this query. How did you call the query? You call the query SQL, so it should be able to read it. So and it should not be there. It should be after we said it should be where the query is. If the query does not run, so I think you placed it. So it's if result. So this should not be there. So it should be if result where the result. So you say if result else you echo that, and then you have your final quote at the end so that it knows where the SQL is coming from. So I think that should now work. Okay, that's fine. So where you had placed your query, that was the problem.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so you ensure you restructure the other one to look okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, any other person? You can share your screen. What is the issue?
It's an error.
I said you change that to index because we in your code at the top where you have your home. So in case the header doesn't move, you change it back to index because we don't have login. So line 5, instead of login, you change it to index. So you are able to go to your home PHP.
It doesn't go to home. Anything.
But you
Home,
can't go to home if you've not logged in, Linda. So you have to log in. That's why you are placing the session. You have to log in first. You can't just go to home page.
When I try to log in, it doesn't log in, but it keeps on adding new users.
What is what is your what is your method in your index? Your action must be indicated. You've not indicated your action in your index. It has to be index.php.
Still, it's adding.
Have you saved?
Yes.
First refresh this page. Login.
It disappears. Click login.
And your login button. So which user are you logging in with?
Generals.
Mm-hmm.
And I click login, it disappears.
But I thought the previous time before we left, you were logging in. What now is the issue?
We logged in one, so when I tried to,
Did you log out?
no, I didn't log out.
You have your logout code.
Yes,
It's called what?
logout.
No, just go back to the browser. Yeah, logout.php. You're using?
Generals.
It's 1 to up to 6.
Yes.
It's logged in. So once you go to your index, when you log in, where is it supposed to take you? Home.php. So why is it taking you to that link, index O? Form action is index.php, method is post. So why is it not logging in anymore? Are you able to even access your home page?
Before I was, but after adding the patient, it disappeared. It brought an error.
Okay, so because you've placed the. So what is the issue here now? Are you not able to log in? Because the last time I left when you were starting the class, it was working. So I don't know maybe what you could have touched or so.
I just added more users, but when I tried to log in, it wasn't working. It was disappearing, like it's doing now.
You can check that later on. First, let's ensure you can access your homepage. We'll check that later. Are you able to access your homepage now? Because I don't know now maybe what has happened in the login again. So try accessing your homepage. Now you're able to access your homepage.
When I place the session, it disappears.
Yeah, it's refusing because your login is not working. We said the login must work perfectly for you to ensure that. So I don't know maybe what changed. I'm trying to look at the code. I'm not seeing any issue.
On line 60.
No, that one is for the home. That's another issue. That will not affect the logging in. I don't know what happened to your login. Just go back to your login. I can't seem to trace it. Maybe you can tell me in case there's anything you touched. Because the sign up is fine. I don't think that has an issue. Or it has an issue.
The issue is on the login.
Can't seem to know maybe where your issue is. Mm. So what you can do, Linda, first of all, try and okay, since you can access your homepage without that code, just remove it. Then just try and align your work to be well. Then I don't know, you can share with me your login code so that I am looking at it and I can't seem to see the problem. Or is it the name and the password are not correct?
No, I just use the same password.
The one we logged in with before was which one?
1 to 6.
No, the user we created.
Jen Rose.
That's the user we
It
created
was,
with you.
it was Marianne.
That was the email.
Yes. So after adding Marianne, The other two were Jane Rose and Larry. I just deleted them from the system, then tried to add new users.
You deleted Mary Ann.
Not Mary Ann, the other two that the passwords were not hashed. You see, Mary Ann is still there. The number 3 one is the one we added. So when I tried to log in,
Mm-hmm.
added another Mary Ann on the fifth one.
But you're able to create a user.
Yes.
And what could be the issue?
Okay, or else you can share with me your code for the index code.
Yes, I
So
will
that
share. I
I
will
can
share.
cross check with mine.
I'll share and then you cross check and let me know, okay?
Yes.
Aye. Okay, I think we can break now. I'm supposed to be heading for another class soon. So I'll so all this will be uploaded in the LMS and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.